Welcome to Mastery Fractional CFO's Punchy podcast, short, impactful podcasts where we interview people from all walks of life and ask them questions about their business. We also give them the opportunity to ask a question of a fractional CFO about anything fractional CFO related. Today I have with me Mitch Beaudrie from MB Massage Therapy. Mitch, welcome to the podcast.
Ryan, thank you so much for having me.
Excellent. So Mitch, tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do. Tell us about your business.
Sure, of course. So again, my name's Mitch Beaudrie. I'm actually a registered massage therapist in Winnipeg, Manitoba. I've been operating my own practice, my own personal practice for about 18 months now. And I am working on building and developing what I'm calling functional healthcare clinics. So I'm going to be pairing manual therapy with psychology and nutritional therapy. And eventually, once I get enough traction with that, I'm going to be adding onto those things. But as of right now, I'm working within my own practice. I've been operating for, like I said, 18 months, and I've already built a full-time practice, which has been pretty incredible.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
Mitch, as you are well aware, but some of our viewers may not be, I am a client of yours, and you, as a matter
Yes.
of fact, are a client of mine as well.
Absolutely.
And your business is growing and it is successful. And what I really like is your vision for the future, not just 1 or 2 years down the road, but maybe 4 or 5 years down the road. Would you mind telling
Mhm.
us a little bit about that?
Definitely. So right now I'm working up north. I have a practice in Winnipeg, and I also travel once a month to a town called Swan River, which is actually where I grew up. And I'm working on developing my first functional therapy clinic up there to be able to help the community with their ailments, let's say, dysfunctions, bodily, that kind of stuff, mentally, digestive wise. I'm going to, while I'm up there, I actually plan on doing a little bit of a little economic study to see if I can have some impact on statistics within the community. Things like crime rates, prescription uptakes, hospitalizations, et cetera, et cetera. I would really like to see if the system that I'm developing is going to have an impact on the overall economy within a community, because I truly believe that health in all forms, mental, physical, emotional, that sort of thing, is the key foundation to having a prosperous community. So that's what I'm working on right now, right?
Okay, yeah, no, it sounds exciting. And I know over the long term, you're looking at potentially opening up different locations and adding in
Yes,
different types of uh, therapies and benefits that you can
definitely.
provide your client base. So that's great. So Mitch, having been a client for over a year now, I know that I've increased my flexibility. I feel better. Workouts are going better.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
less injury prone. What other problems do you help people solve in general? I know there's a lot of different kinds of people who come and see you, but what would
Of
you say
course.
is the reason why they should come to see you if they're not seeing a massage therapist right now?
A great question, Ryan. So I help people from all walks of life, all ages. I help children that are having growing pains, all the way up to people that are in their 80s and 90s with um, keeping their balance or regaining their balance, right? I've helped people regain range of motion in joints like their knees or their shoulders that they haven't had with 20 years for 20 years, when they said, and by no means am I saying that I can fix everything. I'm no magician. However, these people um, were given news from medical professionals, and they believed that that joint would never be the same. And upon my assessment with the education that I've had, I actually graduated in 2015 from Wellington College of Remedial Massage Therapies, and it is osteopathy based and manual therapies based in its foundation of teachings. I've been able to help people within, even I've had results, major impactful results within one treatment, even up to five. Like sometimes it does take months and it does take a treatment plan. But I've helped a lot of people with joint loss of joint range of motion, loss of quality of life, loss of balance, lack of sleep. Massage therapy can help incredibly with sleep, and it is shown in studies to be able to impact positively symptoms of depression and anxiety, and social it even helps with social anxieties and that sort of thing as well. So I'm working right now and hoping to, bring more people on my team. And you're right, eventually I do plan on developing more clinics rurally. Swan River is going to be my first. I'm going to work on developing one in Winnipeg right after. And then I want to go all the way up north to Thompson or Churchill and Flin Flon. And eventually, Ryan, my life's goal is to have these clinics rurally around Canada, maybe even move down into the States. But in metropolitans or cities, I would like to develop healthcare complexes the sizes of hospitals where people are able to work on their mental, physical, nutritional, spiritual health. Because, again, a healthy society, I believe, is cause for a prosperous society and a fulfilled society with less crime and less disease, et cetera,
Oh yeah,
if that makes
absolutely.
sense.
I love your passion for this, Mitch. I can tell you're passionate about it. I also know you're very professional about it. You take a certain combination of professionalism and passion and put them together, and it's great to be working with you. I love being a patient. Another client of yours is a friend of mine, and he's had problems with arthritis. I know he said that it's not a silver bullet, but after a few treatments, he was really impressed with the difference in range of motion in his wrists and things like that. So it's
Yes,
amazing
sir.
stuff, and I think that often people often think of massage as something that's relaxing, and it is, but it's so much more than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would say that massage therapy is most known for being relaxing sort of thing, right? And that's the foundation of it, which because massage therapy or therapeutic touch releases in our bodies things like serotonin, dopamine, oxytocin, that all of those feel good neurochemicals in our bodies. So even at the baseline of massage, it definitely has a positive impact on people's emotional health and that sort of thing. But I'm taking things into more of a therapeutic, more of like a rehabilitative aspect, and I'm trying to get people's back into a place of equilibrium so that they can operate optimally within
Yeah.
life, right?
Yeah.
They can be fulfilled in what they're doing. So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, yeah. For me, I don't have any major injuries, but like you talk about, it's optimal function that I'm aiming for, and massage
absolutely.
therapy has definitely been a big help with respect to that. So
Awesome.
Mitch, thanks for joining us and telling us about your business. Now, as promised, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask me a question. So ask a fractional CFO anything. If I can
Right.
give you some guidance, clarity, or if I can
Sure.
whatever answer a curiosity, I'm happy to do that for you.
Definitely. Well, I already know the answer to this question, but I think that it's really important for maybe people that aren't aware of what a fractional CFO can do. Based on a company's financials, where they have been, where they are now, if you were to look at that, Ryan, and these people have goals, a business owner has goals, but they have no idea where to go, where to allocate their money, anything like that. Based on their current and past financials, would a fractional CFO be able to do something like help somebody achieve longer term goals, 3, 5, 10 years?
Yeah, well, it's a good question, and the short answer is yes. The slightly more long answer is that it's important first to set the goals and to understand that the goals for any business owner can involve the business's goals, but
Hmm.
also their own personal goals,
Right.
and that's because the person running the business or the people running the business want to make sure that the business is going to support their life, what they want for their family, for in terms of a lifestyle overall,
Right.
in terms of a vision for the future. If you know what you want personally, and then you set the business's goals so that the business can deliver what you need to make that happen in terms of finances, for example, then you've done the initial homework. At that point, what a fractional CFO can do, and the fractional CFO can help you get to that point, but once you're at that point, a fractional CFO can help you design the business that it's going to take, that's going to be able to fulfill that lifestyle for you. So there are a lot of different components to a goal. The financial component is only one aspect of the
Right.
business's goal, but the fractional CFO is the core competency that I bring to the table is to be able to understand what the finances need to look like,
Mm-hmm.
what we need to do to get the finances to where you want them to be, from where you're at now. And it
Right.
involves back and forth communication, collaboration, because the business, there's really three main functions of every business.
Okay.
Once the business starts to grow, there's sales and marketing or business development. There's operations, it's what you do, and then there's the finance side. And all three of those are very important. They're like three legs of a stool, and
Right.
you need all three to be solid in order for the business to be solid, in order for you to grow and scale and hit your goals. And so the
Awesome.
fractional CFO comes in, saves you time, so you can leverage your time, you can leverage your expertise with that person's expertise,
Right.
and get to your goals maybe a lot faster than you would otherwise do, or possibly you wouldn't even get there without the help of outside people.
Okay.
Ultimately, depending on what your goals are, you're going to need to work with other people. You're going to
Right.
need to build a team. In today's world, you don't need a whole bunch of employees showing up at your place of business. You can work with fractional professionals like myself who come in and, for a fraction of the cost of a full-time employee, they're bringing to the table expertise and leadership and tools that are executive level. And
Right.
so that is definitely a longer version than the initial answer of yes,
Yeah.
but that's part of how we get it done. And
Right.
I'm always happy to talk to people more about their current situation and their business and how we can help them.
That's amazing. One of the reasons I talk about people all the time, I brag you up all the time.
Oh, thanks.
I tell people that are on my table, other business colleagues of mine, family, friends, that I wouldn't be able to be operating my practice and my business without you, because finances, for first of all, are not my forte. I'm good with the people and being able to treat things and that sort of thing, right? Finances are just so obviously you're a godsend to me. But the way that I kind of tell people about how you help me is the pickle in the pickle jar analogy. And a lot of people are like, what is that? So I'm like, okay, well, a pickle being in a pickle jar can't read what the label says on the outside of the pickle jar. And what a coach or someone like Ryan or a fractional CFO would be able to help you do is take your finances, even if you have them organized, and say, hey, these are your goals. This is what everything is saying on the outside of the pickle jar. And these are the steps that we need to take for you to be able to get up to the next level that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
And it's as simple as it can be.
Yeah.
Having a coach is like someone being able to read the label on the pickle jar.
I like that metaphor, Mitch. I like that metaphor. I'll think on that a bit more.
Awesome. Great,
So
Ryan.
yeah, and thank you for the kudos. I appreciate that, and or the compliments.
Of course.
So Mitch, thanks for joining us today. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you've had a chance to tell us who you are and what you do. And I recommend that you check out Mitch. He's on Facebook and Instagram, and I think you're working on a website right now as well.
Yes,
Correct?
sir. You bet.
Okay. What's the best way for somebody to get a hold of you?
Again, Facebook, Instagram, if you prefer calling or texting, my business line my business line is 1-431-430-0633. Super
Okay.
simple. You bet.
Fantastic. And that's Mitch Beaudrie from MB Massage Therapy.
Thanks so much for having me, Ryan.
Thank you.